Xbox boss Phil Spencer finally breaks the silence on the Xbox Game Pass price hike some people have been worried about. Will the investment of new studios and publishers drive the price of Game Pass up? Or is this just people getting a little carried away and trying to push a negative agenda against the best value in gaming? There's a lot to talk about here, so let's get into what's being said. Hey, what's up everyone? Thanks for stopping by and checking out the video. Remember to hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. And if you want to be notified on future content, hit that small little bell icon. And if you want to go that extra mile to support the channel, hit that join button. Alright, so enough of that. Let's get into this new interview that was done by Phil Spencer where he was asked about Game Pass and its future within Microsoft. Now, we all know that Game Pass is the best thing going on in gaming right now. The amount of content gamers get on a single platform connected to multiple devices is kind of insane when you take a step back and look at how many games are on that service. And we've talked about Game Pass here quite a lot since it's been one of the main focuses for Xbox and Microsoft, not to mention the reason why they're buying all these studios. The subscription service is the main factor that Xbox wants to see grow because it will bring them a steady stream of revenue they can use to purchase more games and even more studios, not to mention lock down second-party deals. Yet, there's been one question that continues to come up when it comes to the service. When will we see a price hike? When will Microsoft decide that they need to push the price of this amazing service up? Well, that's what this article asks, and Phil Spencer was there to answer. Let's get into what is being said. Xbox boss breaks silence on Xbox Game Pass price increase concerns. Xbox Game Pass on Xbox One, Xbox Series X, Xbox Series X, and PC is only $10 a month. For an extra $5 a month, Xbox users can upgrade to Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, which adds Xbox Live Gold, EA Play, limited time perks, and more to the package. There's no denying that at its current pricing, both tiers offer incredible and unmatched value. The longer this goes on though, the more and more anticipation builds for a price increase. And a price increase will happen. It's inevitable, if not purely because of inflation. That said, Xbox boss Phil Spencer suggests a price increase isn't in the pipeline at the moment. A lot of speculation about an Xbox game price increase is the result of the massive amounts of money Xbox has been splashing in acquisitions. Of course, Microsoft prints money, but that doesn't negate the fact that it's a publicly traded company that got to where it is by recently pursuing profit. In other words, Spencer isn't writing blank checks without expectations. Still, if you're an Xbox Game Pass subscriber, it sounds like you don't have to worry about a price increase anytime soon. Okay, so the first thing I have to say is that there's a lot of value in Game Pass, but there's also a lot of money going into the service. I'd be naive to think that the price would stay the same forever. That's just not the case with services like this, because the amount of content going into them is going to get more and more expensive, especially content being made by game studios who right now are the hottest thing in tech. And if we look at Sony's PlayStation 5, we can see that they even increased their game prices by $10 to $70, much to the backlash of fans all across the gaming industry. Yet they said making games now costs more money, so they had to increase the price. And you know what? I don't agree with it, but at the same time, I see where this is going. There's going to be some price increases across the gaming industry. But let's look back and look at the amount of money Microsoft has put into Xbox's platform, not to mention Game Pass. First, we had Bethesda being bought for $7.5 billion, which was one of the biggest gaming purchases in history at that time. You throw in the amount of studios and overhead that brings to Microsoft, and you can easily see that it will cost upwards of $10 billion, if not more, to keep this running and growing. I'm talking the ZeniMax and Bethesda studios. Next up is obviously Activision Blizzard, which is $68.7 billion, which is the biggest gaming purchase in the history of gaming by far. That alone will cost a lot of money to hire more developers, take those developers on, not to mention payouts that will come out with that. These are the two biggest money draws we've seen from Xbox. Yet we haven't even gotten into Xbox Game Studios, which again are 15 studios, most of them AAA, and most of them growing beyond anything we've seen before. That costs Microsoft billions upon billions to help maintain and also push out games. Oh, and we haven't even talked about the second-party deals, which again has been well documented through rumors that there's a lot in the works. All of this points to one thing: Game Pass and Xbox growing. And it also points to one thing, which is Game Pass's price going up, something that Phil Spencer himself talks about right here. I feel like I can't prove this negative. People ask, when is the Game Pass price going to go up? They're buying all these studios, you know it's inevitable, even though it's been, what now, 4 years? We haven't raised it. But it's like, you know, it's coming. When they are number one, they're going to start doing all those exclusive deals that, like, you know, Xbox has history. And all I can do is make the decisions that are in front of us and try to be explicit about what our goals are, said Spencer, speaking to Stefan Totillo. Okay, so the first thing I have to say is that Phil Spencer knows that people are asking these questions. The guy's a true gamer and tries to pay attention to what everyone in the gaming media, social media, and gaming circles in general are talking about. And this price hike has been something that's been floating around for a little while now. Yet he says it himself that these are negative talking points and that his main goal right now is to focus on getting games from the studios they have purchased. Not to mention meet goals they have internally. And from everything we've seen so far, those goals are not to give a price hike, but to get as many people on the service as possible, which is working when you look at the numbers for some of the games coming out from Xbox the last year alone, something the article mentions right here. Spencer continued talking about his strategy has always begun paying off, citing the recent releases of Forza Horizon 5 and Halo Infinite, both of which saw a record number of players, which is not to be confused with record sales. How did this happen? Because of Game Pass. I honestly mean, you can see it with Forza and Halo, the last releases. Those are the most played games in those franchises because we made them available on more screens than we ever have, through more business models than we've ever made them available. And this is what has me thinking that Xbox isn't going to raise the price of Game Pass for a little while. Now, don't get me wrong, when they start getting Call of Duty, Diablo, World of Warcraft in the service, that might change everything. Not to mention, we start getting Bethesda titles, which we haven't seen a new one from them yet since they've been purchased. That's when we'll start to see that what Xbox is planning to do with Game Pass. Yet there is one thing that the article mentions about Xbox Live Gold, which we can't deny as gamers. Of course, it wasn't that long ago Xbox tried to double the price of Xbox Live Gold before walking it back following massive backlash. So while Spencer sounds pretty adamant that Xbox Game Pass subscribers have nothing to worry about, the reality is the financial reality of the situation, and Xbox's history suggests there's plenty of reason to be concerned. Now, this is something we can't deny. Xbox did try to jack up the price of Xbox Live Gold by double, which was met with massive backlash and people getting extremely mad at the brand. Unlike Sony fans that didn't get mad at the $70 price hike, even though most fans were annoyed that Sony did that, but the backlash wasn't big enough from their own fans because, I don't know, maybe they like paying more money for games. It was kind of weird and I didn't really enjoy it. That's why I'm kind of not focusing on the PlayStation, because $70 is just too steep. I still have bought games for $70, but again, I don't like it. Yet after Xbox doubled the price of Xbox Live Gold, 24 hours later, Microsoft and Xbox pulled the plug on that and apologized to the fan base because true gamers stepped up and yelled at them, which is great and all, but it's something we should always be aware of. Which brings me to Game Pass and what we should expect to see. Well, I think that for now, we don't have to worry about a price hike, because while Game Pass is great and we already get some huge games on the service, it's nowhere near being the top service it could be with all the studios that Xbox has currently. I mean, we haven't gotten a brand new game from any of the big studios they bought in 2018 outside of Playground Games. We haven't gotten a single exclusive game from Bethesda yet, which will change with Redfall and Starfield this year, and we truly haven't gotten a lot of big first-party games from the Xbox Game Studio since Game Pass has blown up, outside of Halo. Not to mention, Activision Blizzard hasn't even joined the fight yet. So for me, I think it will take all of those studios pushing content out for Microsoft to even entertain the notion of hiking the price up, because they can't justify it because they're spending money. They need to justify it with the amount of content we're playing as gamers, not content promised to us in the future. That's going to be the tipping point of a price change. Once we get those Bethesda games, those other first party launched on the service and into our hands, that's when we'll see a price hike, and it's exactly what every single other streaming service did. Netflix put out a lot of content, then they raised their price. And all the other subscriptions like Disney Plus and other ones had it for dirt cheap to build a subscriber count, and then they raised their prices when they brought out content. That's the stage Xbox is in right now, building up content to build up their subscriber count so they can raise the price later. So don't expect a price hike just yet. But also remember, once these games start coming in like crazy, that's when we'll see what Xbox and Microsoft's plans and what they want to do with Game Pass. But enough of what I think about all this. Tell me what you think. Will Xbox Game Pass get a price hike? Do you believe what Phil Spencer said here? Does Xbox need to release more games before they raise the price? How much money is too much for you at a subscription service? What are you willing to pay for a service like Game Pass if you get all their games day and date? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button to support us out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. Also, follow me on Xbox Live. My GamerTag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. So right now, I've been playing Warhammer Total War. I've been playing Warhammer 40k Battle Sector. I've been jumping into a lot of Lost Ark. That game is so good and well done. I've been playing it on Steam because it's a PC exclusive. I have to say, that game runs very well. But I've been also jumping into a lot of strategy games. I've been playing Zombie Army 4. I've just been playing everything. I've been jumping into multiple different games. I did a 5 to 6 hour Sea of Thieves session with my buddies. We're doing all the new content, fighting people, taking their loot. We made like 500,000 gold in one night. We had a good time there. Trust me, I love being a Reaper, jumping around on Sea of Thieves. So I've been jumping around everywhere just playing a bunch of games because, hey, that's what we're here to do. But let me know what you're playing. Are you playing on your Series X, your PC, your PS5, your Switch? Are you playing on something else? Let me know down below because that's what we're here for, is to talk games. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.